Can you hear anything? It is very quiet, and that is one of the big features with this fan that I find. Welcome back, folks. So today we're going to take a look at this product that Aeocky has just come out on the market with. It's a brand new air purifier from, and it's the Cybertron model. It purifies about 2,300 square feet. And I've been kind of reading up on this, and the interesting thing about with this air purifier is they really have been kind of looking at how can we improve. There's so many different air purifiers out there. How can we kind of improve things and make things better to where we have an air purifier that is more efficient, quieter, but also too, it removes a lot more stuff out of the air. So we're going to go through that real quick. Also too, we'll go through the setup as well. Now, when you first get it, there's a little bit of protective tape and some protective plastic around it. And the cool thing with this is that it's designed as such to where you can put it on a table, you can put it on a workbench, or you can put it down on the ground, whatever kind of works for you. Let's go ahead and open this up. And one thing you do have to do is take the plastic off the filters first. So the cover pretty much opens up. You just have to like pop the tabs here on the top, just very gently. And then it just kind of lifts up and out. You can see it's got these little tabs here to kind of fit in down at the bottom. And so one of the things that it has here with the filter, let's go ahead and get this open here. Now, one of the things they did with the filter was they made an innovative 5-in-1 filter. So you can see there is quite a bit of different, there's like carbon in there. There's like 5 layers in here altogether. I'll put up on the screen which each one of them is, because I can't even remember, there's so much. But pretty much, there's a lot of air filters out there, that you look at them and they're kind of like, well, they're just like a regular paper cartridge or something like that. But this one here is a pretty stout air filter with definitely kind of a lot of filtration going on here. So pretty much it looks like it just installs like this. And then also too, we have our pre-filter. Now with this, the one thing they say is that this is washable. So if this gets too dirty, think of this as like getting all the chunky bits out of the air before it gets to the filter. So you can wash this and then basically you do want to let it air dry. Also too, these filters are available separately as well. This one here is supposed to last about a year. This might last a month or 2 or 3 before you're going to need to clean it, and it'll become obvious because you'll just see the dirt build up on it and all that, and then you just need to wash it out, let it air dry. Now there's 2 of these pre-filters that come with it, so you'll have a spare when you go to wash this one out. They say once they get to a point where they get too dirty or whatever, where after you've washed them out a couple times, just go ahead and replace them whenever you're comfortable with doing that. And it says just basically fit it to the Velcro here on the outside of the big air filter that goes in here. So just gonna kind of push it up against the edge there, get a nice seal, and there we go. So that should be good. So we got our pre-filter attached. So when we need to clean that pre-filter, we'll just basically peel it off the Velcro, wash it, let it air dry, put the other one on. I'll probably put this in a plastic bag for future use. But there we go. And we'll just go ahead and put the top here back on, tabs back in like that. And now we can go ahead and get it all fired up. So yeah, just make sure those little tabs down at the bottom, they go down into their hole. And then just fold it back up and just make it sure it's secure at the top. And then there we go. We should be good to run. The other thing too is they have like this scientifically designed kind of air freshener that they've also kind of sent with this too. So you can use this if you want. It shows you how to install it in there. Totally up to you if you want to do it or not. For right now, I'll just leave it to the side, but it's something you can do if you want. Also, thank you to Aeocky for sending this to me. Of course, my opinions are always my own. All right, so let's go over the controls real quick. So we have our power button here, where we can turn that on, and our air quality indicator will start the function there, kind of looking at what the air quality is right now at this moment in time. And then the next thing we have is the sleep button here. So the sleep button, when we press that, It's almost whisper quiet, and I'm just going to let you listen to it. Can you hear anything? It is very quiet, and that is one of the big features with this fan that I find. And they have a diagram for the fan in terms of what they do and kind of how they construct it and all that stuff. But pretty much it has like a lot of copper parts and also sealed bearings and all this stuff. The thing you always want to kind of look for with the fan is just how quiet it is in terms of the quality. And a lot of times with cheaper fans and stuff, they always make a rattling noise or something like that. This thing is whisper quiet. So our sleep mode there, unless you're like uber sensitive to any sort of noise when you're sleeping. I mean, I don't even think you would even notice this at all. Anybody would notice this. It's so quiet. Next thing is the timer button here. So the timer, we can set that for 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. And then we have a child lock button here. So let's turn the timer off. The child lock button, you simply hold this down for 2 seconds and the lock will come on. And then if you want to remove the child lock, hold it down for 2 seconds and off it goes. The fan speed button here, pretty much with this, you can go low, you can go high, you can go to auto mode. And then also too, if you want to do turbo mode, it is a double press here. Oh, sorry, long press for 2 seconds. And there is our turbo mode. So that really cranks out the air. You can really kind of feel it blasting out of there pretty good. So if you get in a situation where you really need to purify the air, you can go right to that turbo mode and really push the air through. Okay. And then also too, down here, there is a reset filter button. So if you change out the filter, you can reset the light. Up here, there is a light that will come on if the filter needs cleaned. So just be aware of that. And I think we pretty much covered everything. Now, one nice thing too is oftentimes, we forget where the booklet is that goes with the machine or whatever it is. They did a nice thing here. They seem to be very customer focused, which is very good. They have a nice sticker all the way down here for support, warranty, if you have issues, who you can contact. Also too, there is a sensor that detects how good or bad the air quality is. It does take a note though, that if it is extremely humid, a lot of times the water molecules can be basically identified as dust molecules. So if it does show red in high humidity conditions, that might be you just have so much humidity that is kind of triggering that. So just kind of be aware of that. But probably if you have a situation like that, you might need a dehumidifier. Also too, if you need to turn it on turbofan speed, also it'll let you know if the filter needs cleaned. And then also too, keep track of, generally the regular filter is going to last a year. So you just want to kind of keep that in mind. Probably what I'll do is I'll just order a replacement. So that way when the time comes, it'll be there. I just slap it in. And you can change it earlier. You don't have to necessarily run it for a whole year or whatever. It's totally up to you. Depends on your situation. And then also too, it tells you how to reset the filter indicator. So that's all good because they have it right here on the side. So that way, if you need to refer to something, you don't have to go digging for the book or whatever. So y'all, I've been using this now for a couple weeks, and I think the big thing that I really like about it is, number one is it's super quiet. And so I think they did a great job with the motor. I have it set here on the sleep setting. I have it in my room here at night, and I can't even hear it from a couple feet away. So it's still moving air through and all that, but it's just super quiet. So I think having that motor there with the way they've designed it, perfect. It's going to be hard to get a fan any quieter than that. Now, of course, when you turn the setting up and you start pushing more air, you'll hear the air moving through there when you put it at like the highest setting and stuff. But that's to be expected. The other thing too that's great with it is that 5-in-1 air filter. So I think rather than, having a standard HEPA filter, that's fine and stuff for a lot of these air purifiers out there. But I think with this one, they've kind of gone the extra mile with that 5-in-1 air filter. So I think that's a big selling point. We're going to follow up with this a couple months down the road, so stay tuned. But so far, working great. Very happy with it.